Oh, it's been a long week, man.
What's going on, man?
Had to watch The Mule on Netflix.
Let me tell you something. I felt like a mule after watching The Mule.
The hangover I have after this movie. Actually, it was not a bad movie.
Oh, really?
Let's give everybody here a rundown. It starts off in Aussie, Australia, down under, mate. Melbourne, Australia.
Right.
And actually, is it in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
It's in Melbourne. Ronnie is living at.
We think it's
I don't
Ronnie.
know if his name's Ronnie.
We don't know if it's Ronnie. But anyway, he's living a terrible, meaningless.
He fixes TVs on the
just
side. He
hates
takes
everything
orders from
about it.
people.
Right.
He's kind of like a nobody, like a guy who accomplished like one small thing that was amazing, and then after that,
Right.
he's basically, and he lives at home with his parents, and then he's given the opportunity to smuggle some drugs for gangsters through his buddy, who's kind of a criminal, for $8,000,
Right.
from
Thailand.
Thailand. Up to that point, the plot then takes a turn as to what's going to happen. So,
Right.
I gotta say,
I just want to say, I really like that watch, Neil.
thank you. I like your watch too, buddy.
Go on.
Psycho. It's the watch of the new generation. You're not supposed to look at your drink. Anyways, I thought it was an okay movie. I mean, it was decent. I expected, dude. When I looked at the poster, I thought it was gonna be a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, and it kind of wasn't.
No. It kind of, I mean, some things were funny, but it wasn't a comedy.
No, I mean, like, I didn't laugh a whole lot. Like, I kind of wanted to at first. I was like, this is kind of clever, and then it just kind of turned into this like. I felt like it was supposed to be a drama comedy, like a dram comedy, but it wasn't.
When you wanted jokes to break, they never did, and you kind of went like, eh.
Yeah.
It kind of made me. I didn't like.
But the twists were good. Some
Yes.
of the twists, like.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh
and
my
also,
God.
it's like when he tell it.
You know what? That twist I saw coming a mile away.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's-
it was that twist I saw.
That's why
I saw when
they
the
suck
scene,
up viewers like me.
Yeah.
And
Dale is so gullible, man. Dale's always watching. He's like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. And I'm sitting here. I wrote that last week on my wall for an idea. Damn bastard, stole it again. More vodka.
I didn't like the main character. I didn't like the agent
You
from
didn't
the
like.
Matrix.
Wait, hold on. You didn't like the main character. Like, what didn't you? Did you?
There's people that get pushed around a lot, and there's people that are just like oblivious to being pushed around all the time, and it makes someone like me angry that they're doing it. It's like, dude, come on, like.
Yeah,
grow up
right.
pair.
Yeah, grow
Like,
up pair.
grow
Right.
up, let's go.
Well, and that's kind of. I felt similar. I think my issues lie with the script on that. In
Okay.
that it didn't mind me so much that he was a pushover, but
Because by the end of the movie, he was like just a badass.
kind of.
I mean, like, well, he
He did his thing.
a lot stronger than he.
But I think the problem is for me was that throughout the movie, like especially the middle portion, he didn't do much.
That's
And
true.
it's kind of the setup is
The story
that-
kind of went around.
It went around
them.
other
Yeah,
people,
okay.
but it wasn't like it was like we were supposed to be following this guy the whole time, and he wasn't doing anything. So I didn't know. I wanted to root for him, but I didn't feel that close. I didn't feel like I felt like he kind of dug his own grave a bit,
Yeah.
and
I didn't like him enough to care for whatever was going to happen to him.
yeah. I mean, I didn't want to see anything. I will say I didn't want to see anything really bad happen to him. I was like, I think he's a nice guy, and I don't think he deserves any of this. But as a character, he wasn't super strong.
Right.
He only. But it ended well. I mean, it was a good
Right.
ending. It was like fun
Well,
and kind of clever.
Right. Best cast member, the agent from The Matrix, Hugo Weaver.
You know what? I don't know about that. Like, yes and no. He was great, but some of the characters in it came off as caricatures or like two-dimensional.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
a little two-dimensional too.
Over
He was
the top.
always kind of like the smarmy, like
Yeah, a little over
like
the top.
I'm the smart ass and like I get to do everything I want because
Right.
I'm a cop, and it just came across
Right.
little smarmy, little
Yeah.
two-dimensional, flat.
You know what? A lot of
Me.
characters
like
were
me
like
when I
that.
turn sideways.
The the main character's father was kind of like that. You're like, come on, really?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, you're like,
They were all good actors. That's like the other thing, though. Is everybody in it? I thought the main character was great. The main guy, I could tell he was a great actor. But
Maybe in Australia.
No, I think he's a great actor, mate.
Well, I don't know. No, but that was flat. That's a good way to.
Yeah, it was kind of flat. I mean, it had its ups and downs. And some of the twists were great. I could see why like people might be interested in making the movie. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, come on, you know.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
And anybody who sees the movie will know the part I'm talking. I don't have to say anything else. You will know the part when you get to it. I actually.
I need to take a shower.
I was like.
I took a shower.
I was like, oh God, oh God. I said it out loud. People were out like, what the hell's going on? Like,
right.
Oh shit.
No, it was.
What was your reaction? What was your body like at that? What were you doing?
Well,
Dale,
when I was,
Dale, you're a very expressive viewer.
I watched it. I was watching it. Julie was asleep, and I woke her up by going like, oh. And she, huh?
I was watching
and she had to wake up to that. Oh.
I was thinking about you when I was watching. I'm like, oh God, Dale probably hasn't even watched this yet. Do I warn him? No, let him go through the experience. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. I mean, it looked great for the most. I mean, not great.
Oh
but
no,
it
it had a good look.
Great, and there was good actors in it. But I think as a story, like, I just didn't find the main character compelling enough to really want to follow that story.
Right.
It was neat. It was an interesting
Yes,
setup. Like
right.
the whole plot and
Right.
like some of the twists were good.
Sure.
The one twist we talked about that I didn't like that you did because you're a gullible bastard and you'll.
I'm your average moviegoer.
Yeah, you're average. I'm the guy with this drink afterwards. This is a terrible piece of shit.
Right. Right. So anyway,
by the way.
The Mule. I don't know. Would you go watch it again?
No.
Okay.
No, in fact, I probably wouldn't even.
Would you tell anyone to watch it?
Anyone.
Should we call Jim and tell Jim to watch it?
Anyone who's about to get in the trade of drug trafficking, I would be like, go ahead and
A little
watch
bit
it.
of a heads up.
Tell me if you're still invested.
Right.
Which it
I'll
probably is
turn
not
your
even close
life
to
of
real
crime.
to that. I don't know if I could.
Actually, that happens very often, Neil.
I know that, but
Oh.
like the other part.
Oh, do you?
The other part
Right.
happens often. I doubt.
I didn't like it at all.
You didn't like it at all.
I didn't like the main character. I didn't like anything that surrounded him. I didn't like any other characters' interactions with him. Either his folks, his buddy, his anything like that. I was just like,
Dale,
I was like, dude, you're getting duped on every corner, and you got to grow up here.
you just hate Aussies.
That may be true.
You hate your Aussies, mate. You hate them.
I got no problem. They're great people. But
Apparently you don't like the movies they make.
I like Eric Bana. So that saves me.
A little wiggle room.
Right?
Huh?
So anyway, all right. So we both have -1, -2 stars for The Mule on Netflix. Don't bother watching it.
Yeah, it's not worth your time.
Nope.
I can see recommending it to a few people, but I'm afraid that one part might make them go, what the fuck is wrong
Right,
with
right,
Neil?
right.
So, in general, though, no, I'm not going to recommend it to anybody or watch it again. So it's kind of a thumbs down, negative stars, whatever you want to call it.
I'm in the same boat. 0 stars. Is there any less than 0 stars? Negative stars, I guess.
Yeah,
like you
negative.
said.
Yeah, you go down negative.
Yeah. How many
Absolute
how many
zero.
negative would you do? Because 5 is like really, really bad. So negative what? Negative 2. Well, I'd say 1 or 2.
-1.
-1 star.
It has redeeming qualities, but
Okay.
it's not.
was
It's not great as a whole.
right. Didn't.
There's some neat scenes though.
Okay.